Hi ladies. Okay, so I'm back for a long awaited cycle update. Sorry it's been so distant. It's just I haven't really had anything to report on until now, so I thought I'll do an update. I am cycle day 29 today from my second AF. As I mentioned in my previous vlog, I had 2 AFs in April and I'm still on my second one, and I basically gave up on temping halfway through this cycle because it was just up, down, up, down, up, down, and looked really weird, and I wasn't getting consistency. It was just all over the place. I don't know if it was because I wasn't sleeping long enough, because I was temping around the same times every day, but I don't know, every morning I should say, not every day. So I don't know if it was just because I wasn't sleeping enough or what it was, but the temperatures just weren't accurate and the chart just looked weird and it wasn't giving me accurate readings. Okay, so I just stuck with the OPKs, and even then they were starting to frustrate me because I got to cycle day 26 and it's just the same consistent line from, I started testing at cycle day 16 in my second cycle. I didn't even get a chance to do OPKs in my first AF of April because a week after it stopped, I stopped bleeding for my first AF, I got a second AF. So I didn't get any OPKs then. So my second cycle of April, this just sounds so weird saying that, I started OPK testing at cycle day 16 and I stopped at cycle day 26 because it's just been the same line all the way through. It's like the same kind of faded line. It wasn't much to speak of. Then on cycle day 27 I started getting a severe migraine that evening, and I had creamy CM, and it was the first sign of any CM since March. So all through April I didn't have any CM until now, May. So I didn't think anything of it then, because I sometimes had a bit of creamy CM before I got my period. So I thought, oh great, my period of May is coming and it's early. So I didn't think anything of it, And then I had symptoms of seeing some of my ovulation symptoms are the same as my AF symptoms. So I definitely thought AF was coming. And then yesterday morning I woke up with horrible migraine. So I knew my hormones were doing something. They were up to something. I had a horrible migraine all day, and that morning I went to the bathroom, and when I wiped, this is TMI, but I wiped and there was a big gloop of EWCM. EWCM! I never get EWCM on my own. It's only with Clomid that I've had it. Which is strange because some women with Clomid don't even get CM. You're not meant to. Like, it dries you up sort of thing. But with me, it gave me CM. So I'm not on any drugs this cycle. I'm only on herbal remedies and vitamins. That's it. So it's a natural cycle. No Clomid. Nothing. And it was stretchy CM. So this was huge for me. So I got excited over that. So I thought, okay, I'll do an OPK today. So I waited till my usual 2:30 in the afternoon where I do my OPK. And after I dip the OPK, I look at it. And as it's going across, if I don't even see the second line, I know it's going to be a negative. Because the test line needs to be as dark or darker than the control line. So usually I test it and I look and it's like there's nothing there, so I know that's going to be a negative. So I get upset and frustrated straight away. Yesterday I dipped. I looked at it, and the test line came up straight away. I'm like, oh, it was like a home pregnancy test. I was going, oh my god! I was getting really teary and everything. I wish I did a vlog about it, but obviously I've never got a positive OPK on my own naturally without some kind of Clomid or some kind of help. And it has been since my infertility. So it's been at least 18 months to near 2 years before I've had an OPK naturally on my own. I mean, I get surges and my OPKs change up and down all month, but they've never become a dark positive. They've never been positive. Like, the lines have never even been equal. It just gets to just about equal and then it fades away. So I know I've never ovulated. So yesterday's afternoon OPK, I watched it. It was like better than anything. Like, what? Better than any TV program. Better than any movie. I sat there and I watched that OPK for 10 minutes get darker and darker and darker, to the point where the test line was darker than the control line. I mean, that's like the best feeling in the world, to see that line get darker than the control line. So that was a positive OPK. My first positive OPK on my own without Clomid in at least 18 months to 2 years. A drug-free surge. And like, I have LH surges, but I don't normally get positive OPKs. So I'm praying it's not just a surge and I don't release an egg. Obviously, I'm praying that I release an egg. I mean, the OPK is such a good OPK. You naturally think you would have to release an egg looking at that OPK. So I'll show it to you now, but of course it's faded because it's 24 hours old. But I'll put a photo of it after 10 minutes so you can see it fresh, how dark it was. So this morning's OPK was equal darkness, and this afternoon's OPK, which I just did about half an hour ago, is a bit lighter than this morning's, but it's definitely lighter than yesterday's. So these are my OPKs. The one, obviously, with a smiley face is my positive. So I don't know if you can tell that now because of the because it's faded, but it's this one here. So you want this line towards the test strip to be the darkest line. So you can't really tell that it's darker than the control line. But you can see all these. Like, these is not all of them. Like, I've done more than one. But more than these. But I just didn't put them on my paper because it was pointless. Because it's just the same looking line all the way through. Until we get to here. And there's my positive. And these are 2 of today's. This is this morning's. This is this afternoon's. So, yay! Like, this is huge for me. Huge! And I went on to my TTC group that I am on in Facebook. And I was like so excited. I had to tell someone. And I was just like, oh my god, I've got a positive OPK. And I was like so excited. And like half of the women at me like, why is she so excited over like a positive OPK? Because it's so huge for me. And no one could relate to that. Because I've already got children. I feel like some of them are like, well, yeah, whatever, you got kids, blah. But for me, it's huge. It's huge, it's huge, it's huge, and I'm very excited. And fingers crossed that I do actually release an egg. Sorry, my daughter's there. I do actually release an egg. And I actually ovulate. I don't have... Like, it's hard to compare because obviously... In the past 2 years, the only time I ovulated was once, and that was December, and it was on Clomid. And I felt it. Like, I got a really dark positive OPK, and 6 hours later, I released an egg, and I felt it. I had cramps. I had a dull ache in my back. I had the whole ovulation feelings, cramp feelings. And this time, I felt nothing. And even though my friends told me, and my homeopathist told me, because it's natural, it's not going to be painful or discomfort because it's natural. It's not, your body's not being forced to release an egg. But it still puts fear in me that I'm not actually going to release an egg, that this is just going to be another month of just an LH surge and then nothing. So all I can do now is wait. I'm in the 2-week wait. Oh my god. I haven't been in the 2-week wait since December last year when I was on Clomid. And I knew right away then that I was pregnant. After that Clomid cycle, when I felt ovulation, I knew if I released an egg, I would get pregnant because my husband's sperm is fine. So fingers crossed and pray that I've released an egg or will be releasing an egg, because obviously when you get positive OPK between 12 and 36 hours you can release an egg. I used to ovulate 24 hours after a positive OPK back when I was fertile and normal before my infertility issues. So fingers crossed, and fingers crossed I'll be doing live pregnancy tests in 2 weeks and they'll be positive, and this is the first hope I've had in months. So fingers crossed for me, ladies. I don't keep repeating myself. It's just because I'm overwhelmed and blown away. Huge dramas and lots has been going on since I've last did your update. I don't even know if I updated you for my birthday, but I'm now 35. I had my birthday on the 21st of May, so I'm now 35, which is the scary age. They all warn you about 35 when it comes to fertility. My oldest are turning 12 at the end of the month. I can't believe I've got tweens. We are trying to move at the moment. We have been looking at houses in other areas and even locally. So we're trying to move. So that's very stressful and overwhelming. And amongst all this, I got my positive OPK. So sometimes maybe stress doesn't inhibit ovulation, as everyone keeps telling me, because I'm under a great deal of stress. And I've never got, like I am every month, and I've never got a positive OPK. So this could be it. Fingers crossed, ladies, and I shall talk to you as soon as I have any more exciting news. Bye.